Okay, am I streaming? Yes. Okay, epic. All right. So let me give you the lore. Okay. Look at this. I was using this for the thumbnail. Anyways, yeah. Let me give you the lore. So I want to get into streaming, and I was like, okay, what better way to do that than to do chess? I like to stream. I like to play chess, and I just want to like learn how to be effortless in front of the camera. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm streaming right now. So yeah, as the title says, I'm gonna keep playing. What is my rating right now? I'm gonna keep playing until I reach 1750. And right now my rating is 1729. So if I win what, like 3 games in a row, I should be able to make it. Um yeah, here's my all-time rating. So let's see. This yeah. So I'm gonna be playing rapid games. So let's look at the green line. Um my peak was it actually was 1750. And then I recently like reached another peak. Like I fell down because I was like, oh, I'm not playing chess anymore. And then recently I started playing chess and I improved very quickly, or just like got back up to my base level before. So I'm close, and I've been feeling it. I've been feeling it. I've been having some really good games, some really tough losses. So yeah, let's just go. And I'm gonna yap the entire time. I got some crazy lore for you. I'm just gonna dump it all on the table. All right. First game, black against an 1800. I wish you could have like the focus mode like you have in chess.com. I'm paranoid, so I'm just gonna check if we're streaming. It looks like we are. Yeah. Okay, we're streaming. All right, we're live. Let's go. Okay. What is this? E5. E5. I could play this, and then he's probably gonna play knight. That's gonna be boring. I've been playing this, but I honestly don't know how to. This is Sicilian, right? I don't know how to play the Sicilian. So I might just do this. Okay. He's gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. He's gonna take. I'm gonna move my queen out. Oh no. Okay. So he's attacking the center. Can I move my bishop out? If I move my bishop out, he goes here. I take with a pawn. You can wait. Can you see the cursor? You can see the cursor. Okay, cool. Move the bishop out. Up. Take. No, no. So that I'm losing. I'm losing that battle. So I go here, and then he brings his bishop out. But then if he takes my knight, at least I have a bishop for a knight. Cool. What? Okay. Crap, I should have played the pawn. Okay, whatever. Yeah, he can do that. I just gave him that move. Well, hold on. If I take now. Wait. Hold on. Okay. So if I take, he takes somehow. Even like this. I take with a knight. He pins me with his queen. I unpin with my queen. And we're literally Gucci. Whoa. Okay. I see. So this is an opening that he's familiar with. So okay, what is his idea? He's obviously attacking my knight. And I'm attacking his pawn, but a knight's worth more than a pawn, right? But I'm wondering if I could go here, and then he takes my knight, and then I take this pawn, and then the bishop goes out because the bishop recaptures my pawn. And then I retake with this pawn, and that's looking pretty ugly for me. I mean, what would I be? Like, it would be a 3 for 3, right? I would have 3 pawns for 3 of his pieces, so it's actually not terrible. But then his bishop's super developed, but then his king is super exposed, but then my king is super exposed in that position too. So takes, he takes, and then I take again, and then he takes with his bishop, and I take with this pawn, and then he goes out with his queen. I go out with my queen, I take with the bishop. I'm going to do that. Now here, yeah, I calculated this. Now he can't take. He can move his queen up, but then I'll defend with my queen. Oh no, but then he can move his queen out, and then if I defend with my queen, then he takes with the bishop. So I need to defend this pawn. basically, is what I'm gathering. So no. Uh-oh. Okay, so if I go here, if I check him, what happens if I check him? He goes out with his bishop, and then I take, do I take his bishop? I check, he goes out, I take, he takes, and then I don't have much. No, but then if he goes out, no, that's actually perfect because then he's going to block his attack on my pawn. So I indirectly sort of like defend my pawn. Because no matter what he blocks with, if he blocks with a bishop, I just take, and then my pawn's not being attacked. If he blocks with a knight, then he's blocking his own bishop. So that's good for me. Okay, now let's think about this. So he's gonna block somehow. Then I want to get my knight unpinned, maybe, or just like active mobile. Ooh, what if I put my knight here, and then. Yeah, if he takes, then he readjusts my structure. Okay, this is good. Okay, I can take. Excellent. And now I go here. And now we're in a good spot, I think. If he doesn't, oh, but then he can go here with the queen. But then I can go here. Okay, so he castles. I'm in danger. What should I do? I should kick out the bishop. The bishop is probably going to put pressure on... No, I was going to say on this pawn, but then my knight would take. So he can only go... He can go here. He can go here or here. Here is not very good. He's probably going to go here. But then that allows me to move this pawn forwards and then take control of the center. But then maybe I shouldn't, because he's going to, next move, he's going to put pressure on my knight. So it's a tough position for sure. What do I do? Do I move my queen out and then attack the knight, which is defending this? I was going to say which is defending this bishop, but the queen is defending the bishop, so never mind. But should I attack the knight anyways? I just get the sense that I should, but I don't know if I trust that sense. Honestly, man, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. So for context, I came back pretty late from a date yesterday. Nothing crazy happened, but it was nice. And so I was sleeping in, and then my mom walks into my room, and this is how I wake up. I was like sleeping in, and I'm like, oh, like, and also I heard footsteps outside of my door, which woke me up. So I was just kind of like groggy, and I get woken up, and my mom's like, oh, you have to help your father. I messed up my back, and I was like, no. I did it, of course. We were just like moving a bed, but it sucked. It sucked having to hear that in like whatever time in the morning it was, and be like, no, I have to wake up. Okay, so he's defending his knight with his queen. This is really good for me, actually. I don't know why I did this. Well, is it good for me? Wait, then if I am I a genius? If I castle, I'm not so much of a genius, no. But I should castle. I'm in grave danger right now, because if I get checked, that's going to be super sucky for me. So, okay, if I castle, he's probably going to move his king over, anticipating that I move the rook. So I'm going to move I castle, he moves, I move. And then what? So maybe I should check first. Well, no, that's sort of a wasted move. I should castle first. Should I? Yeah. Well, honestly, there's not much difference, to be honest with you. Awesome English right there. Yeah, let's go here. Okay. Epic. Okay. And then I now castle. Ooh, no! I just realized what I did. I blundered the game, guys. Okay. I think it is Time to resign. No, why did I do that? Oh, okay. I just wasn't thinking, to be honest with you. I was just on autopilot. Fine. I lose. Here, take my queen. All right. It's time to resign. Because I'm well, +4. Well, no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like, he's gonna take this pawn. It's gonna be over for me. Do I have any chances? I think it's time to resign, guys. I think he's gonna checkmate me in one move. I'm gonna let him checkmate me. Good game. He's gonna take this pawn, and then my only move is gonna be to move this rook here, and then he's gonna take my rook, and it'll be gone. Oh, okay, or he does it that way. Why checkmate your opponent in one move when you can do it in multiple? Okay, he's gonna take here like this, then my opponent's gonna take like this. Oh, okay, so he's prolonging my suffering. That is awesome. So I'm just gonna move the pawn up, attack the queen, open up the bishop for an opportunity that may never see the light of day. Okay, awesome. My opponent is either toying with me or not playing great, to be honest. But I also blundered my queen in a single move, so maybe I shouldn't be talking at this point. If I do this, no. I was thinking of moving my bishop here and then attacking his queen and then like taking the rook somehow, but that's not doing any good for me. So if I go here, he moves his queen over. So I really can just only go here. I don't want to though. And can I avoid doing that? Can I go here? Yes. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. Our opponent giving us some chances. I'm not very hopeful, but yeah. Yeah, so my mom woke me up like early in the morning. She's like, "Oh, Mark, I hurt my back. Can you please help?" And I was just like, I don't want to. But I ended up doing that. And then like by that time I was already woken up. I have 7 hours of sleep, which is like all right. It's not bad. But yeah, I'd like it to be 8 ideally because we're health maxing over here. We take care of our health. But let's see what the opponent does. And yeah, honestly, that's, again, like I was saying before, that's just why I want to do the stream. I think this could be so fun, like especially if I get really good at talking to the camera and just yapping. Like it's yapping is such a life skill. You know what I mean? Like being able to express your thoughts and then just, you know, keep having like a stream of thoughts, like you're doing improv. Like, okay, here's where my mind wants to go, you know. I think it's good, keeps me sharp. So he obviously wants me to take the pawn because then he's gonna move the rook here. I don't like this. He wants me to take the pawn because he's going to move the rook over, and then he's going to pin my rook because it's defending this pawn from the queen and the bishop. And so if I like do anything, then that's going to let him take this pawn and checkmate me. So I should avoid that. How? Like this. I move my rook over, not taking his pawn, threatening to play my bishop over here. Cool. Yeah. We're trying our best, guys. So bad. Why did I have to blunder the queen like that, man? Okay, there we go. So now I get to move out my bishop. He's probably going to move his queen somewhere dangerous. Yeah, that's annoying. That is annoying. I don't know. I don't want to trade my bishop, right? Because the more pieces that I trade, the worse it's going to be for me in comparison. So But wait. Wait. Because if I go here, excuse me. Holy. Okay, I got to clear my throat for a second. Give me a moment. There we go. Okay, if I trade bishops, then his queen moves over. So then if I slide my rook over, he takes with his bishop. No, that doesn't work because his queen's there. I should move my bishop back to a square he cannot take. In a place that no one knows. Okay, so I have some chances just because this square is super weak. If his queen moves anywhere, which it probably will, I'm guessing he's going to play this next. Oh, but then that's kind of dangerous for me. I don't know, man. So if he's going to move his queen here, threatening to capture this pawn, and then there's going to be a whole, whoa, he didn't. A whole host of shenanigans on my king. But he didn't do that. He played his knight over, probably wanting to go here. If he goes here with his knight, what happens? Not terrible things, actually. Not terrible things. Because if I move my rook over while he does that, I counter his attack with an attack of my own, then maybe life is sunshine and rainbows. I don't know. All I know is that I'm at 2 minutes and he's at 7 minutes. So, not good. But we'll try our best. So, knight here. Rook here. Some sort of defense. I'm going to do this to try to put pressure on him. Hopefully I'm not blundering anything. I don't think I am. He's probably going to play here, trying to attack this pawn and then hit everything in my position. And then I'm going to go here, and then I'm just going to be super annoying. Oh, but then it doesn't quite work, because if I go here with my rook, and he obviously is not going to take with the queen, because then like we'd be equal again. So I go here with my rook. He's going to move. Then I go here, and then if he moved his knight on this move here, then he can move it back. So that's going to be, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so he's anticipating my rook move. So, but I can't. I wanted to play my bishop here, but then I can't because of the knight. What do I do? Okay, so I move my rook here. He defends with his rook. And then what? I take. And then I take. And then I check, excuse me, because his king's over. And then what? His king just moves, and I'm busted. That's awesome. It may be time to resign now. I should have resigned many moves earlier. And now may be the second best time to resign. I don't know. I'm at 1 minute 30 seconds. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything? Do I have anything at all? Oh God. I'm just gonna. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. What do I do? I don't know. I'm just gonna check. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. All right. That doesn't. Yeah, the knight is just too powerful. Like, I can't even attack his queen. Okay, I'm just gonna attack a pawn, I guess. Yeah, he might go here with the knight, attacking this pawn. What is that? Oh, he wants to check maybe. Oh, I can't even defend it, I don't think. Um, okay. Put me out of my misery. This is the best I could do. And I think I lose after that. Yeah, he just takes. And I got nothing. I got nothing. Good game. Ugh. Okay. Our goal is a little bit farther away. That's okay though. That was I think we played well, except for that like obvious blunder. I think we played well enough. All right, let's keep going. Scandinavian. Cool. Attacked with the knights. He's yeah. Okay. Standard position. Pretty basic. Whoa, why did I just play that move? I'm like playing on autopilot right now. Why am I playing like a bullet player? Slow down. It's rapid. Chill out. Okay. Might attack me. No. Okay. So he unpins his knight like so. Planning to castle. That's well and good. Right. So the idea obviously is I take the knight, he takes. Yeah, but then that's an equal exchange. So he just wants to trade bishops. I don't want to trade bishops with him. If you're going to trade bishops, then you better mess up your pawn structure. So I'm going to move my bishop over here. Very good. Okay. And we are in a good spot right now. So why is he playing that move? The idea obviously is I take, and then he moves his bishop over, and then it's sort of my queen is sort of pinned to this pawn, so I have to go here, and then what? And then what? He goes here with his knights. But then no matter what, we could just counterattack this pawn, hopefully. So I think it's fine. Okay, that's cool. Most Scandi positions, I'm just going to castle into the pawn to try to attack it. Put pressure. Okay, that's fantastic for me. He puts his bishop in a dumb spot. I don't want my queen to be attacked like this. That's going to be super annoying, so I'm going to bring this pawn out. Okay, cool. Knights. What do I do with my knights? I'm going to move it over. Okay. So, obviously, if I go here, he has this move up, but then I just take. And then that's pretty annoying for him. But then that's pretty bad for my king, so maybe I don't even want to take that pawn. I don't think that I do. It's not a good pawn to take. That pawn has very little value to me. So yeah, but then I get the center pawn, and it's like, and I attack the knight, so maybe I should. Nah, nah, I'm gonna play conservative. I'm gonna play super safe. I'm gonna play super safe. I'm gonna play positional, so that I avoid like blundering anything, and try to make like the mature decisions. You know about the like marshmallow experiment where they gave kids one marshmallow and then they're like, okay, if you wait however much time it was, maybe it was like 10 minutes, I don't remember, 5 minutes maybe, we'll give you a second marshmallow. We're gonna make the second marshmallow decisions. Okay, we're gonna be prudent, we're gonna be slow, and hopefully that results in some good positions for us. Okay, obviously he wants to defend that pawn. He's moving his queen out of the way. Okay. My bishop is not very active. Let's activate it. Should I move this pawn up? No, that would be terrible for me. Okay. Simple. And then at some point, I don't want to take this knight because that opens up a whole host of problems for me. I'm going to move my bishop here. because his bishop being on this square is really bad for me. He's probably going to push his pawn up. Yes. So can I take? Ooh, I can do... I always have this tactic right here. So if I take, he takes, I take, he takes with a rook. Ooh, wait. Okay. Slow down. If I take... No. If I take with this pawn, he takes, and then I take again, and then he takes with the rook, but it's defended by the bishop. Then I can sack, revealing an attack, but then he's defended by this bishop, so I cannot take the rook in that case. So I should do this to deflect the bishop. He takes, then I take. Then he takes, then I take, then he takes, then I check, then I win the material. I win a rook and a pawn in exchange for 2 pieces. So it was actually an equivalent exchange. And I don't know if it's going to be good for me. I suspect this move is bad. I suspect that this move is bad. Yeah, but he also doesn't have to take. That's the issue. Yeah, no. I'm going crazy. Yeah, I'm seeing ghosts where there are none. So let's not do that. I'm going to do this because my knight being pinned is going to be unfortunate. If he ever tries to attack my queen, I won't have anything to defend it with. So he may just take, and I'm fine with that. To be honest with you. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. Cool. Ah, that's a poison pawn. He wants me to take it so bad, man. So bad. Man, well, I want to take it so bad too. So that's actually perfect. So if I go here, then he takes with an attack on my queen. So, okay, if I go here and then he takes like this, there's no shenanigans. There's not much funny business. No, not as far as I can see. Okay, so that's fine. So then this doesn't work, but then what if he moves the rook over? I can move a pawn over, but then he moves this pawn over. Then I might be busted because then he just takes and then he has 2 pieces attacking. So if I take, he moves the rook over. I have to... Oh, man. I was going to say I have to prepare it with this move, but then I don't think that move really works. I can prepare it with this move. I can prepare the capture with this move because then my pawn would be defended by this pawn. But then maybe that gives him all sorts of like nasty sacrifices. But I think that's... The nasty sacrifices are going to be less value for him than just me taking a pawn. I think that pawn is going to be more valuable than the value of the sacrifices if it was like a stockfish engine. I assume. I don't know. So yeah. Now I'm threatening to take this pawn. Okay. That's not good. Wait, so if I go here and then he takes, then I can take... No, I was going to say then I can take with my queen, but then I can't take with my queen. So if I go here, and then he takes, and then I take, then he has to respond. So I think ooh, no, but then, it's kind of sketchy. This is kind of sketchy. My danger alarms are going off. So then what? Offering a knight trade is scary in this position because if he offers this knight trade, then that's indirectly trying to pin my queen, which is going to be really bad. So this move is really strong. So what do I do? Okay. Oh, man. Okay, do I do this? Yeah. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. This might be part 2. Wait, okay. Take a defender off. Take an attacker off, excuse me. Oh, this is really sketchy. Okay. It might just be losing, in fact. No. I don't want to lose. Okay, wait. Okay, so if I take, he has his queen there, and then I can move my knight back. So then if he checks, I move my knight like this. But then he might attack like this. And so how do I defend that? I will... Man, this is such a tough position. I think I'm playing well, though. Well enough, at least. Or maybe I'm playing horribly, I don't know. So take... Okay, so here's what I'm calculating. I take here. He obviously recaptures. Then this rook move is coming. So I move my knight over. And then he can't attack me because I get to move this pawn up. So I move my knight over. And then he checks me. And then he checks me. So let's do that. Let's do that. So he takes, yes. I move my knight over. Then he checks me. Then I move my knight over again. Then he moves his bishop over. And then how do I defend that knight attack? That attack on the knight. Because I can't move my queen. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And then that's like basically checkmate. So if... Oh, wait. But then if I move my bishop over and then he takes, then I actually get to defend. But can I move my bishop over? I think I can. Because if he checks, I think it's all good in the neighborhood. I think that might be the move. That might just be the move. No, I blundered my queen. Why? Oh my god, why did I do that? Ugh. All that calculation just to blunder my queen. Man. This guy's like, what is this guy on? What is this guy smoking? And to be honest with you, I don't know. I think I'm probably just groggy. Probably streaming has something to do with it. Probably me talking is like distracting myself somehow. Man, why did I hang the queen? Okay, I need to, after every long calculation, I need to like have a final step where I just check and make sure I'm not blundering anything. I do this so much, guys. Like, this is why my rating isn't higher. It's just because I like end up blundering my queen every half game. I'm resigning this position, man. This is miserable to play. We'll hit him with a GG. Good job to my opponent. Yeah, like I feel like my rating could be so much higher if I just stopped blundering pieces randomly. Okay. So let's move the pawn up. Same position as last time. He moves the knight over, I move the knight over. And then shenanigans will transpire. Okay, so he wants to obviously move his bishop out and attack this pawn, so I'm going to do that first. so that I can play this move later. No need to think about it. Also, yeah, I think I need to be wiser with my time management. Just like spending less. Ooh, I should have moved this pawn up maybe, but less time on obvious moves. Also, be careful about this trap. Like, if he moves this pawn up, then I have to move this one up because he's threatening to move this pawn up, attack my bishop, and then move that pawn up, and then trap my bishop so that I have to sack it. Okay, defending with the queen. Odd. Very odd opening so far for my opponents, but we love that. We love that for him. Okay. Like this. So then if he... Okay, unpinning. Fine. Where do I go? I go here. Yes. Yep. I don't see his idea because if he attacks me, then I just take the pawn. Oh, but maybe he's just like moving his pawns out. Yeah. So he's assuming I'm going to castle this way. So I'm going to castle the opposite way. Okay, nice. Okay, so I just move my knight out. Do I move it here or there? Probably, I'm going to castle like this. So I'm going to be moving this pawn out, so I should move it there. So that I can move it here and then put pressure on this square. Cool. Yeah. I don't know what the point of that move is. Okay, my opponent is honestly just going crazy. I'm going to let him. Yeah, I don't think my opponent has a plan. Ooh, that move wasn't great. But I don't think my opponent has a plan. I think he's just moving pieces to be aggressive. So that means that if I just play super conservative and don't blunder my queen, it should be good for me. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I really don't know what he's doing. Okay, so if I move this pawn up, and then he has to block with his pawn. If I move this pawn up, then he has to move this pawn down because he doesn't want it to get taken. That would be annoying for him. Because then I would win a pawn. So I go like this, I go like this, and now I'm threatening to capture his pawn. Well, no, not yet. It's not a real threat. So he goes here, then I go here with my knight. And then I move this pawn up, and then I'm threatening to capture it. So he has to take with the pawn. I take with another pawn, probably. But then no, that'll make my pawn super weak. So I want to castle before I do that. Yes. My bishop is awful. I want to trade this thing as fast. Wait, so maybe I should. I don't know. Wait, so up, take, and then my pawn's just like there. It's just vibing. It's not doing anything. So that doesn't work. Maybe I should keep my king in the center. Maybe is that crazy? Does that make me crazy? Okay, up, take, like this, like this. No, but then my knight is pinned. That's stupid. So, what if I move this pawn up, and then he takes? Then I get a fantastic bishop. And I think that's should be the play. What if he doesn't do that? What if he moves his pawn forwards? Then I take, and then he gets his knight in. And then how do I kick the knight out? he gets his knight in. And then I move my knight here, and it can't be attacked because then I can take this pawn. So the plan of attack is this. Okay. Oh no! But then I should do that check. I forgot to do the check to make sure I'm not blundering anything. I forgot that he could just move his rook over and then attack his pawn. Okay. Attack the knight. No, but then the knight's just going to go here, and it's going to be annoying for me. So never mind. Go here. Then the knight goes here. And then good luck ever trying to kick that thing out. So, nah. So, what? I move my queen over. He moves his knight over. I take. He defends with his queen. Then what? I don't know. I don't have to take. That's the thing. I could just slowly develop my position. Like I can reroute my knight. Okay, this I see. He has an outpost now. So, what do? I offer to trade. At the same time, developing this outpost. Okay. Simple, simple, simple. He's not going to want that. So he's probably going to move this knight out. Knight over here. Yeah. So that lets me move my knight into here and then threaten making an outpost of my own. And also threaten to castle on this side. And since his pieces are in such a dumb configuration over here, then that's actually perfect for me. Cool. Very cool. He's saying, let's open up your position. And I think that is a great move. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it one bit. So, what do? I think we keep moving. Like, we don't have to respond. What happens if he takes? He takes the note, then he wins. So what happens if he takes, then I take the knight over here. Then I take like this. If I take like this, then that opens up my bishop. And that gives me more leverage in this exchange. That's yeah. Okay, so my opponent made a mistake, I think, because now his king is really fragile. I always have this check. And now he can't block with the knight because I'll take like this. Okay, we're beating somebody significantly lower rated than we are. Okay, let's go. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, he has to move his king. That's fantastic. Fantastic news for us. Now, he really wants to do this attack on me. So, I should move my knight here, I feel like. Or maybe I should move my knight here. Take. But then I kind of have like, I have a loosey-goosey pawn going on. Fascinating. Fascinating. So I don't know. So, okay, what happens if I move the knight? I move the knight. Then I was going to say he probably takes, but then he doesn't have much reason to take. Okay, what's the threat? What's the threat? So he takes, I take, and then he moves his rook out. Scary. Especially with this bishop over here, and then, but his king is honestly in a worse position. So what's the difference? I'm trying to decide what the difference between these two moves is. I don't think I'm high rated enough to be able to tell. But I'm just based off vibes and vibes alone. I'm gonna say this move is better because if he takes, then in the future that lets me open up my rook after I castle. I see the flaw in my thinking because he can take now. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Ooh, he can check me now. Oh, that's so gross. Wow, he did not check me. That's fantastic and amazing, and how am I so lucky? Okay. So he's obviously... I was going to say he's obviously going to move his queen over to defend his knight, but he doesn't have to do that. He could just move his knight. Whoa. All right. All right, hotshot. What are we doing here? So if he takes with the knight, I just recapture again. Yeah. So I think... What if I go here? Am I being too fancy? If I go here with my rook, then I'm threatening the bishop. I was gonna say and this pawn and be super excited about it, but well, okay. He goes up with his king and then he defends everything in theory, but then I take with this, defending my rook, and it's actually not so nice for him. Yeah. Okay. This is more forcing. Okay. Okay. I like this. I like this. His king is in a tough position. But so is mine, I think. Whoa. Huh. Okay. I see the idea. So he's defending this pawn with its rook. If I take, then he takes, and then I cannot take back. Okay, I see. But then I could just threaten it with the pawn. And since it's pinned to the queen, his queen can't do anything. But then his queen can threaten my rook by moving down. So the question is, which threat is more important? I think I have to... I was going to say I think I have to move my king, but then he would still take. That makes no sense. So, actually, he can't do this. He can't. Excuse me. He can't do this because I just take with my rook. If he takes with the rook, then that's fantastic for me. In fact, I was going to say, in fact, I could take this knight, but I can't because of this pawn. It wouldn't, like, my bishop wouldn't be attacking the queen at all. So I have to take like this. Then he takes. Then I can take. And I get a super fantastic, amazing bishop. He gets a fantastic, super amazing attack on my entire position, though. So I have to weather the storm. But I think if I do, then we are in a better spot than he is, which is good news. Okay, after he attacks my rook, I could just move it here. Oh no, my rook. Oh no, but he pinned. He pinned me, so actually, oh no, my rook. Actually, oh no, my rook. Wait. Take. Check. And now. I can defend and attack at the same time. And now I have a pass pawn. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's not so simple, though. He's obviously going to move his rook there. I'm going to move my rook here. He's going to boycott my rook. So if I take, move my rook up, I'm threatening to take all of this loot right here. I'll be up a pawn in the endgame. At the very least, I can draw, I think. If I don't blunder anything. Okay, I see what he's doing. You're going to have to do better than that, buddy. Because... yeah, I'm going to get my king in. He's going to probably try to go over here. Yeah, this is a fantastic endgame position for me because I have the outside pass pawn. Oh, you're too kind. We win this game, boys. We win this game. Why? Because I'm going to distract him all the way over here with this pawn, and then I'm just going to clean up the crew. Woo! Okay. Okay. Let's go. All right. We still got it. We still, at least on the 1626 level. I don't think I played perfect that game. Let me see. Let me check the moves. Okay, yeah, he resigns. He knows. Opening. Yeah, this was so weird by him. Okay. I think this is fine. Well, we kind of let him get an edge. Maybe this bishop move wasn't too good because, yeah, like it did let him push 2 pawns. So that's not great. This. Yeah, and my opponent was fantastic on his pawn play. Like he was really like a vice grip on my whole position. I thought it was good for me because I thought he was like overextending, but he was making it work. I could have taken this. I was gonna say taking this pawn with tactics on the knight, but I don't think so because it would have just taken with the knight and moved it. Okay. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the greatest decision. Maybe I could have pinned somehow with the rook. Oh no, but then he would have checked with his queen. So I think that was good. And then the next move should have been a pin with the rook. I don't know how I missed that, but I did. Pin with the rook, and then that's super annoying. Okay. Yes. Castles. I think, yeah, this knight move was good. Because it did end up, this rook ended up helping us a lot in the game. Yeah. This move was clutch too. Yeah, so I clutched up in the end. Okay, cool. All right, so that opening could have been better in the first game, but I'm happy we didn't blunder anything too crazy. We blundered like a check, but the opponent didn't see it. On we go. Okay, let me just see. All right. Okay, another lower rated player. So we can turn up the gas a little bit. Attacking with a knight, huh? If I take. No, that's not sound. Okay, so he wants to play some weird. What is this? Is this like a Dutch defense or something? I don't know. I don't know openings. Maybe try to pawn break in the center. Up, take. And then if he takes... No, but then that makes no sense for me. That makes 0 sense for me. And then if I go here, that's a free move for him. So what do I do? Probably just develop my bishop. I want to get this structure because then that'll like make his bishop... What's the word? Obsolete. Now I can play this move. Take. And it's not fantastic for me. So I'm going to wait one move. I'm just going to defend this pawn, develop my knight, open up the opportunity to castle, and next move, I'm going to play this. And give him a really dumb pawn structure to work with. Now I can. Here. Like so. Now, he can't move his knight anywhere good, except here. Oh, but then that also attacks my pawn, so maybe it is better than I thought. Still, I can... Okay, so he chooses the wrong option, I think. It doesn't really do anything. Oh, no, but it attacks. No, it attacks my pawn, so... Excuse me. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You can try to open it up. Maybe I even should castle this way. You can try to open it up. And succeed. Then... Okay, this position actually is not great for me. If he plays this move, it's really bad. So... Should I take? If he plays his move, ooh, yes, then that other move becomes really strong. That's what I'm going to do. If he plays this move, then I can take. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. So he's probably going to play the bishop here. Okay. And then if he takes with a queen, then obviously I take back with a knight because I want to have the chance to castle. Okay. He is attacking that pawn. My first instinct is defend with the knight. And attack the bishop at the same time. Oh, yeah. Yes. I like this. And if he tries to attack this pawn, then do I just move my rook over? Yeah. Okay. So we have a double attack over here. Got it. So if I move my pawn up and he moves his bishop into there, that's going to be super annoying, but it's not game ending for me. Yeah, go ahead, my friend. I didn't calculate everything. I should have looked over here. I should have looked what he can do over here, which I did not do. Yeah, I think it's all fine now. Okay. I need to remember to do the check because if you guys are just tuning in, I blundered 2 games consecutively by hanging a queen. So let's not do that, shall we? I need to. So anytime, like, this is a big weakness of mine. Anytime I go into a super long think, at the very end of it, I need to be like, hold on, slow down, and I need to just check again if I'm not blundering anything. Okay, going for this. I really don't see the point because now I can go here. Well, now I do see the point. Yeah, I can castle manually. I was gonna say, but then it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky if he moves his rook out here. Then the threat is obviously. Actually, I don't know what the threat is because he can't play here because of my rook. So then I could just. Okay, so he's playing it like this, huh? Okay, I kick the bishop out and it's simple. I just walk my king over manually, castling by hand. And then if he checks me with the rook, it's totally fine. Okay, we're in a good position now. We are in a good position. He can try to check me and then he has nothing. I just move my king over and then that's it. All right, peace out. Sick. Oh. I did not see that move. Is it scary? Nope. Now, I need to trade rooks. And, ooh, if I get my rook here, it's so over. Okay. He knows. Okay, but I have this move. I always have this move, which is gonna be deadly. It's gonna be deadly. It's gonna be a great move. I move it up. Well, I can even do it now. Why do I have to wait? But then I open up his bishop. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so what happens if I move my rook over? He moves his rook over. I do this. And then I move my pawn up. If he takes, he won't take. He won't take just because then I pin his king or I fork his king and I fork his rook. So yeah, so if I go here, he goes here. No. If I go here, he goes here. I take, he takes. I go up with my pawn. He takes with his pawn. No, that does not make sense because I would take with my bishop and then I would attack both pieces at the same time. So that doesn't happen. I go here. He goes here. I take. He takes. I move my pawn up. He's probably going to move his rook. Let's say he moves his rook back. I take. That's fantastic for me. We're playing this. I think those are the only 2 options he has if I'm... Oh, no, he could also not take. But then if he doesn't take, then I just have a pawn here. It gets dicey, though, because I'm opening up this piece. This pawn right here. So I'm going to have to probably move my bishop over to block his bishop. And then, yeah. And then we're going to play from there. basically. Whoa, he should not have taken. Oh, okay, I see. He's winning a pawn. But listen, I'm gonna win way more pawns than you are, my friend. You don't understand what it's like to win this many pawns at once. Okay. Yeah. The question is, should I attack or should I defend? I think I attack. I think I attack. Yep. Okay. Okay. He may move his king over. I will take. Should I take? Nah, I'm probably just gonna move this pawn up. If he moves his king over, I'm gonna move this pawn up. I'm gonna avoid shenanigans. This is a really strong pawn formation. 4 in a line. Are you kidding me? Wait, but if he moves his king over, then can I do some shenanigans with this pawn? If he moves his king over, right? I move my pawn. I don't think so. I don't see anything. Nah. Okay. Okay, fine. Maybe I should start shenanigans now. Maybe I should move this pawn up. He takes. I mean, that's really bad for him. Okay, he's afraid. He's afraid. He knows. So, should I take this pawn? Or should I defend? I defend. iPhone, I defend. Okay, cool. Now he's going to defend. But then I can attack. So that's a fake defense. That's a real defense. Okay. The threat is putting my bishop over here. If he moves, then I take. So he has to take. Oh, no, but then I traded my best bishop. Why would I do that? That makes no sense, right? This is my best bishop because I have this beautiful black pawn chain over here, dark squared pawn chain. And so my light squared bishop is strong because it can weave in between the pawns as opposed to this dark squared bishop. That is going to be blocked by them, right? So, and also, yeah, I don't know. The position can open up though, so maybe I'm being too like formulaic about it. Okay. My idea is now. Yeah, I think this is right. I think I do a pawn push now. If he takes, then I just take back. It's simple. Whoa. But then that leaves this square uncovered. That's an oversight on my part. How do I defend? I go here. Yes. Whoa. But then that leaves this square uncovered. Uh-oh. That was a mistake by me. Okay. I should have thought about it more. Now the hunter becomes the hunted. I need to move this out ASAP. Rocky. So if he moves his pawn up. Whoa, okay, so he's attacking. I don't see the points. Because I could just go here. But okay, if he attacks though, that's I'm reassured by the fact that I could just move this bishop here. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to play it safe. Okay. Nothing too crazy. Right. He has this move. Now, yeah, that's not good. Because I was thinking that I had this move, but I don't have it anymore. Because then he can pin it with the rook. But then I can check. So I do have it. But then he moves his king over. But then I take. And then the attack is way less scarier. So he moves his king over. I take. He takes. And then I have this move. Yes. Okay. Bam. Shamalama ding dong. Oh, I didn't calculate that move. Seems okay. Should I take like this? Should I take like this? He wants to split up my structure, right? Obviously, I want to open up my bishop. What's the difference? I'm too I'm too indecisive on these like small moves. Okay, but if I take like this, then I can go like this, and then let's say he goes here. If he goes here, then I don't really have much of anything. So I take like this, offering to trade pieces. This will benefit me because my pieces are farther advanced. Yes. All right, and now this attack is very strong for me. I mean, come on. Okay. He can't defend the bishop, so the bishop has to move. If I go here, yeah, the bishop can move there. Okay. All right. Yep, here. Yes, there. If he goes here with his rook, then I take. He can't go there with his rook because I win a pawn. So that's good for me. My next move is going to be moving this pawn up. If he can't go here. He can't do nonsense like this because, again, I take. So if he moves, then I can put pressure on this piece. And then how is he going to defend it? Oh, I see. Here, simple. Thank you. Thanks for the piece. Okay. Okay. We can win against 600s. That's good news, I suppose. All right. Now. Slow down. You can still take it. We need to cause complications. All right. How do we do that? If I go here, and then he moves his pawn up, and then I go up with my pawn, and then he attacks my pawn, and then I move my bishop there, then I get to take a pawn as well. Okay, that's how. Yeah. My idea doesn't work because they played it like this. Oh, man. Okay. This endgame is going to be really hard. If I move my pawn up, then it's going to be an outside passer. And that's better. Much better. If he goes here, if I go here, no, if I go there, he goes here. If I go there, he goes here. I go there, he goes there, and I'm in Zwischenzug. If I go there, he goes there. If I go there, he goes there. If I go there, then it's just a draw, right? All right. Let's play. We're not trading the bishops. His pawns are on light squares. He has to move his bishop over here. He wants to trade. What? If I take, he takes, I go up. He goes over. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to do it. I feel like I think I'm winning. I hope. Ah! Okay. He's going to promote here. Wow. I lose. Okay. I think I lose. Damn. I did not calculate that. Okay. Man, come on. Yeah, I think I just lose. It's... Yeah, I think I just lose. Because he could just go here and it's not looking too hot for me. Okay. I'm going to play to the end, though. I'm going to play to the end. He can still blunder, but it's not looking too good. He can, he can still, like, make a fake draw. Okay, and after this, I'm going to have to take a short break because I actually need to cry my eyes out after this game. Wait, so what happens if he goes here? What happens if he promotes? I go here. He goes here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't work. I don't get stalemated. Fine. Guess I'll lose. Yeah. Well played by my opponent. Okay. I think I just lose. My opponent's not going to blunder a mate here. Yeah, be right back. Okay. We're back. Man, I'm tilted. I'm really tilted right now. We are fighting and fighting and fighting and losing. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the YouTube comments are saying. King b8 instead of king b6 is better. Also turn down piece moves in settings. Gotta move. Also turn down piece moves in settings. Oh, as in like the volume is too loud? Okay, cool. Wait, maybe I shouldn't show this. Hold on, did I leak everything? Okay, I didn't leak anything. Oh my god, yeah, that would have been bad, huh? Okay, I'm gonna turn off my screen really quick. How do I do that? Display capture. Yes. Okay, here we go, and then I'm gonna change my settings. Where is this? Notifications, no. Okay, sound. There we go. Silent. Okay, I'll set it on silent. There we go. Okay, we're back. Thank you, Mr. Bazzy-Cuber. Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, 1750. Oh, I'm so tilted. All right, just relax. Okay, we're good. What opening is this? He wants to go here. If he gives me the center, I'm gonna take the center. Whoa, okay. What are we doing here? Is this good? I think it's good. But it's kind of sketchy. I mean, look at this. I don't know. Listen, if he gives me this, if I take with my bishop, then this queen check becomes super scary because then I could just recapture the pawn if he ever blocks the check and then take the rook after he recaptures the pawn, right? So I don't think he should do this. If he moves this pawn up, intending to like defend it somehow, then he takes with the bishop, I take with the bishop, then he takes with a pawn. Yeah, this is super scary for him. I don't think it's good. Maybe, okay, he has the knight move. I didn't see that. Yeah, okay, knight move, very interesting. Okay, what do you do? Hello, my name is Borat. Do not move the knight like this. Okay, I'm going knight move here. Okay, very nice. All right, yeah. Knight move. He takes with a knight. I take with a knight. Again, this is super scary. He just needs to... I'm going to keep posing questions. I'm going to keep being annoying. And if he doesn't have a good answer, then it's going to be real bad for him. So, actually, that's fine. If I do this check, he can move this pawn up. But now, wait, I have this, right? And threatening to trap the queen. So he's going to have to move some pawn out. He's probably going to move this pawn out. Then he moves the queen, but then I could just fork him, right? So how is he going to defend all that? Point is, I think this is a good move. Yeah. Whoa. Wow, excellent play by my opponent. Yeah, I didn't see that move. And it does look like he's holding everything. Okay. He's developing his bishop. He's taking his bishop out. So... let's see. Pawn up maybe, and then he takes, and then I take back. That's fine. Well, yeah, why would he do that? He wouldn't. He would... I don't know. bishop here, maybe. So if I move my pawn up, he might play the bishop here. And then what? Okay, so I'm gonna move my pawn up. Okay, let's go. Pawn up, and then I just thought I could do this. No. Free development for me, I guess. Yeah. Okay. It's really not that deep. It's just free development. Yeah. And he can move his bishop here, I guess. But then I can move my pawn here. And what does that give me? That doesn't give me much. Okay. Well, fantastic. He just gave me this move. Super annoying knight. This is good for me. Yeah. Good luck capturing that knight. He's probably going to move his bishop here, right? So, what do I do? What do I do? Move my knight here? No, move my knight here. And then I could place it on that square. And then replace the incredibly annoying outpost knight. Yeah, and he literally cannot castle. Not only because my knight is blocking it, but even if like it magically wasn't blocking it, then like his rook would be on this square if he castles this way. So yeah, super annoying position for my opponent to play, which is fantastic news. Now let's calculate. If I go here, he's probably going to go here with his pawn to try to get my knight out, right? So in that case, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Do I take with en passant or en passant or whatever way you say it? Take en passant. No, move up, take, but then he just takes. No, but then I take back. No, but then he takes with a bishop. No, he can't take with a bishop because my pawn is attacking the queen. So the queen must move back. And then by that time, I can move my king, my queen, my own queen into play, right? I think that's right. Let's not overthink it. He cannot play this move. No, but he can because then he could just recapture with a pawn, right? And then he could just push that pawn. So, yeah. Oh my, how did I not see that? This is why I need to check for blunders. Blunder, okay. Slow down, it's okay. If I move my queen over to defend, then if he takes, I take. He takes, he can't take back. Now I'm checking for blunders. But then he can move his knight here and then fork me. And I don't like getting forked. So I should probably just cut my losses. But then he checks. No, but he can't check because of my knight. That's over here. Okay. Now my opponent has a super advanced center because he could just play this move. So I'm not in the best spot right now, to be totally honest with you. But it's not over yet, and we will try our best. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we can cook up here. I think we just castle first. Be super safe. Okay, yeah. Castle, because this is going to be really scary. He's going to come barreling down. But the good news is, even though I moved this f-pawn, which you shouldn't do, because it's bad for whatever reason. He doesn't have the black. He doesn't have the dark squared bishop to attack me. Yeah, and if he goes pawn, like if I move my rook over and he goes pawn up, then I could just move my pawn and attack his pawn. But now he can castle actually, which is another question. So this position actually isn't so terrible for me, but it could be better. I think yeah, all my attack rests on is this pawn. Okay. Rook here. Rook here. We're preparing this battery. Battery charger. Okay. Now what the heck do I do? Okay. What do I do? I should move my queen over, both attacking this pawn and preparing a knight move. Simple. Okay. Yep. Now, I can move my knight here with initiative. But then he moves his pawn over. But then I move my knight there, check his queen, and then my knight gets taken. So I don't do that. What do I do? Maybe I can do some sort of bishop tomfoolery, like knight there, bishop out, knight here, and then he has to go here. I don't see it. Maybe I'm just over calculating too. Like, does it have to be that deep? Can I just like play it? I usually lose if I don't over calculate. So, yeah. What do I do? Oh, pawn rush. Pawn rush. How could I forget? Yeah, I haven't been using the pawns. That's actually my weakest point is using the pawns. So, yeah, I should get on that. I should, yeah, pawn push. Let's go. Okay, so he's defending his king. Very logical. Very nice. Yeah, I feel like pawn up, pawn here. And then that's not going to put him in a great position. But then he could just move up. So then what do I do? Okay, what is that idea? He's preventing me from moving this pawn up because then he would take the knight, right? So I prevent him from being alive by DDoSing his computer. Nope. Let's see. I could just move my knight. Let's do that. Okay, he takes, I take, he takes, and then I take with the rook, and then we got rooks on separate, what is it, like separate numbers, separate, this is a file, separate ranks, there we go. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of advantageous for him though, because he's trading pieces, because he has a pawn advantage, so that's good for him. But there is no but. It's good for him. I'm just hoping we can make this pawn attack work. Okay, he's not trading. Interesting. Is he afraid? What are you afraid of, my friend? He just hung a pawn, but is it a poison pawn? It's not. I see. I mean, he just opened up this for me, which is fantastic. Well, he just opened up this for me, which is even more fantastic. Can I take this? Because obviously he's going to move his rook here. No, but he can't really move his rook here because I can just take here. And then his position is falling. But then he can just move his rook here, and actually the pressure is really scary. I don't know. Well, I could, but then I can move my rook here. So actually I am going to take this pawn. And if I lose, then I lose on my own terms. I can't see, I don't see it. But also I didn't calculate too much, so who knows? Okay. How long was that pawn hanging for, by the way? Okay, just one move. Okay, cool. So I caught it on the spot. But yeah, I've been feeling good. I have exams coming up. I have 7 freaking exams. Uh, and it's because I'm taking university courses and I'm taking online courses. So it's a lot. And I'm also trying to teach myself JavaScript, which is actually really fun. People make fun of JavaScript, but it's actually a fun language. I don't know. It's really cool because, especially like I just like being online. Well, not too much, obviously. Touch grass, people, but I like the idea of just like understanding how websites work, being able to make my own website if I wanted to. That's a really cool concept for me to wrap my head around. I'm not sure if I want to take this pawn. He wants me to take the pawn because obviously he's not defending it. But honestly, if you want me to take your pawn, what? I'm gonna take your pawn. All right, thank you. Now he's gonna attack me. Well, he can't attack me here because his bishop would be hanging. So maybe he attacks me with his rook like this. But then I would take like this. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's giving me a little bit too much. I think he is. Ooh, what is this move, my friend? I don't know. I don't understand it, but I don't like it one bit. Trade with me, my friend. Skadoosh. Pull the trigger. Come on. Okay. Obviously, it takes. Well, yes, I think he takes. And then he has really bad pressure over here. He has really nasty pressure. So if he takes, maybe I should. Ooh, okay. Oh, I see the idea. But I don't think it works because I just go here. And then if he takes, I think it's. Yeah, I just go here. I don't know what else to say. Like it's. Whoa, this guy is short circuiting right now. He is not playing well. I don't mean this as an insult to my opponent. I literally just didn't play well for 3 games in a row. I hung my queen for 2 games. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't be talking, but it seems like he is caving under the pressure slightly. Okay, I go here. But then he brings his rook, and then it's sketchy. So he wins my pawn. Do I have compensation? I'm 2 pawns up, so like winning a pawn for him is not that bad for me. Do I have compensation? So I can always. I was gonna say always play this bishop move attacking, but then he moves here. But then I can move here. And then I'm attacking this pawn. So actually, never mind. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, very nice. I have compensation. I move my bishop over here. He attacks me. I attack like this. Okay. So he won't do that. He will probably move rook over here. If he move rook over here, it is not good. Yeah, because then I can't defend this pawn. Huh. And what's the idea? I don't understand this move. He wants to build a battery. Never mind. I think I understand this move. He wants to build a battering ram on this square. I was thinking of, ooh, he's putting pressure. That's time pressure right there. Okay. Slow down. Don't blunder. Bishop move. I need to move my bishop. Okay. I'm going to move here. All right. Let's speed up, ladies and gentlemen. He's short-circuiting, and I'm low on time. So, okay, he takes. Fine. Right. Okay. Cool. Okay. And we're in a good spot right now. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes. I go here. Yep. Bishop move on the way. He may fork me. Take. That's not good. So I won't play that move. Here. Defending this pawn. Opening up this square. This move on the way. No, this move on the way. Forcing him to trade some pieces. Good. I cannot take. I do not have enough defenders. This is really scary, but it's actually fine. All right. There we go. Okay. He's losing this pawn. Take. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, he is. Never mind. Never mind my never mind. Sick. Okay. Then what do I do? Yeah, because I can't checkmate him yet. But I can come close. That is enough. Is it enough? Okay. Here we go. Oh, he's banking on promoting this pawn. Right. So actually, I need to go here now. I need to go here. I got 9 seconds. All right. Here. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Maybe I should have went here. Nice. Okay, don't blunder anything. Okay. I blundered something. No. After I played so well. Oh man. Okay, well, hold on. Don't panic yet. Okay. 2, 1. Yep, GG's. Okay. I got a feeling 1750 isn't coming. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm so tilted. Why am I tilted? Okay, man. We were doing so good. In fairness, we were doing really, really good until I blundered my rook because of time pressure. So I think the takeaway from that game is that, yeah, I was making like simple decisions quickly. Like if there was an obvious decision, I was able to pull the trigger. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of hesitation. I shouldn't do a hesitation. I should do a final check. And that'll be like my replacement for my hesitation. Because hesitation is emotional. Final check is logical. I'm going to try to replace me being emotional with me being logical. Hopefully that'll help. Okay, slow down. What is this? Is this Sicilian? This is Sicilian. So I'm pretty sure the knight move here is good in the Sicilian from my experience. This move also comes into the mix sometime. Yeah, like I wanna go here. He takes. He takes. He takes. Mm, so now I need to attack this pawn. Pawn. How? First, I move my bishop here. No, but then he has this move, doesn't he? Mm. Nah, that's such a goofy Sicilian, man. It's here. What if I go here? Legitimately, here, take. He can't do that. But then he just like kicks me out. Never mind. Okay, I want to put pressure on this pawn, like so. I get the sense I should move my bishop out though. In all these positions, every time I'm calculating, the bishop seems important somehow. As does the knight. Okay, let's go here. Oh, that's fantastic. He just gave me an outpost. Fine. Go ahead, my friend. I don't see how that move does anything to attack my position, so I'm just going to keep developing normally. Bishop here. Okay, cool. We are developed. Now, what happens if I play this move? Nothing good. Okay. What happens if I play this move? I get an outpost for one of my pieces. Never mind, because then he could just play the bishop here. Okay. Okay, so that was a small mistake. All right. So, what do I do here? He's gonna move his bishop probably over here. I want to kick the knight out. Where does the knight go if it gets kicked out? It goes here. And then what do? I attack here, attack here. I mean, listen, that's not so bad, is it? A little bit creative. He can also go here, which is probably the best move. I go here because I don't want my bishop taken. What is this? What am I looking at? Yeah, so I've just given myself a really dumb bishop. But maybe it's not so dumb if I play this move. Yeah, and if he takes here, I think that's fine. Okay. We are not in a good spot positionally. Why am I always losing? Why am I playing like this? Oh, wait, we could just kick out. Yeah, we could just also kick out the knight here. Like, I don't want to take his knight because then he's going to get a really good structure. Okay. He wants to take my bishop really bad. I don't want him to take my bishop really bad. So I'm going to move it here. And then that'll be, I was going to say perfect because then I can take, but is that really such a good move? I mean, whoa, what is this? Yeah, if you want to give me your bishop, I will take it. Like this, and then I just castle? And then aren't we, like, better? Take, castle. Very interesting. I think so. He's probably banking on the fact that it's going to be a closed position because there's lots of pawns on the board right now. But at some point, it's going to open up, and in the end game, I'm going to go crazy style on him. So it's, yeah, I just need to survive. I just need to not blunder anything. This move seems really dicey to me because he might have some tactics with the bishop. So I'm not going to play that move. Yeah, I don't know. He wants to get in here with his knight. I hate this knight. Yes, we hate this knight. We don't like this knight. But then I have this move. So actually, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. I want to kick his queen out. I want to kick his knight out. Get off my lawn. How do I do that? I can. So I go here. If I go here, then he cannot go anywhere on my board except for this square. But then if he goes on this square, then I just move this up, and then he really can't go anywhere on my... Yeah, he just gets his queen trapped. So he can't go there. He can go here. And then attack... No, but he can't. Because then I would take him with my bishop. So then he can go here. No, he can't. He can go... His queen isn't trapped. No, it's not trapped. He has this... Yeah, he can only go here. Here, here. And this might be crazy, but maybe even I castled. Whoa! I did not see that move. Not good. Boing. Alarm bells are going off in my head right now. This seems really bad. Do I just get checkmated? Okay. Yeah, I think I can move my rook here. And then he moves his knight back. But then and there's no but then. Damn it, I just lost the pawn. I can't take this. I cannot take this, because if I take it, he takes with the queen. And where do I go? If I go here, bishop. But then, yeah, I mean, do I risk it? Wait. Here, bishop. No, never mind. Here, takes. I cannot go here. Right? Because he will check me with the bishop. Yeah. And I cannot take with my rook because it'll just take with the queen. Okay, cool. I go up here. He attacks me like this. He cannot attack me like this. He attacks me like this with his queen. And then I just go back, down. Fine. Okay. Right? Yeah, I saw it. As we said, I can't go here. I go here. Okay. Oh, but then he checks me here. Oh, and then he takes my rook. Oh, I didn't see it. Wait, but then... But then... There is hope. I can maybe get my queen back. Oh, no, but then this check is really scary if I go here, because then that's like almost checkmate. What do I do if I get checked like this? I think I have to take. Sadly. I'll be down the exchange, but we can play on. I think I have to take. Let me think. Up. Check. Where do I go? Here. Check. Here. Check. Here. It's dicey. It's so dicey. But then he has this check. And then I go here, and then I guess he... okay. Man, let's go. Right. Now he checks me like, oh, but then he takes my rook. I wish I was a better calculation. Yeah, I can't do that. He takes my rook. Well, no, but then he checkmates me. Yeah, that's not good. No bueno. Man, come on. Ugh, okay. And then yeah, like he checks me here, and then here, and then he checks me here, and then that's here, and then that's mate. Okay, mate in 4 or 3. Because here's the thing, I'm so close to calculating it out properly, and then for whatever reason I like miss like 1 or 2 small details, and then I end up like losing on a simple mistake. Okay, I will say I'm playing with guts though. That's You can't take that away from me. I'm not letting myself be scared. I'm like trying my best to like if if there's a threat by the opponent, I'm not just like taking him at his word. I'm like actually trying to see it through. Now this move I'm not so sure about, because let's say I move my queen here, and then how is he going to check me afterwards? Oh, but he can check me with a bishop. But then the checks end. But then he's up 5 points of material. So I think I'm busted. Well, this is really strong though. So we'll see. We'll try our best. Or maybe I should just resign. Yeah. But it's going to be tough. But yeah, I got exams coming up. I feel pretty good though. This semester I really just like I used to be the biggest procrastinator. Oh my gosh, you guys. And because of that, I have so much like PTSD that I like told myself like I'm never going to do this again, meaning procrastinate. And yeah, like so I just feel ready. I feel prepared. I studied really well in advance for them, so I feel good. Okay, now this is interesting. Queen is gonna go there. Yeah, pre-move. Now I'm not so sure about this, pal, because I if I put my bishop here, then I can guarantee the safe passage of this pawn. No, but then he just attacks. But then he can attack. Well, but he can't because he goes here. Okay. Huh. Yeah, this is tricky. Maybe I go here to open up this bit, but then it's dicey. It's very dicey. If I go here with my bishop, then I can totally shut out the rooks. Yeah. Okay. Like, rook can move here, but then never mind, it cannot. Whoa. So what happens if I sacrifice? No, what happens if I go here? Yeah, this is interesting now. See, this is what happens when you fight on sometimes. Is the opponent gets super relaxed and he starts playing a little bit sloppy like this. And now we have some good chances. Where is he going to go? Like, he can't go here. He can't go. He can go here, but then like I just promote next move. So I mean, but I only win 1 point of material from that though. It's not too great. That being said, I've got the king in a chokehold. You've got me in a bow bow doo doo So what happens if I move my pawn up and I move my bishop up? Can he? Is there a square he can go to? He can't go here. He can go here. Not good. Yeah. So what if I go here with my rook? I have gross, because then he can go here. Misses it. Okay. I go here. Take. It looks really bad, but I think he survives. I go here. He'd say, take. Man, let's go for it. Because listen, this isn't gonna like give anything that crazy to me. It's only gonna be 1 point of material. I'm gonna trade a bishop for a rook, and then it's like equal, but then he has like way more pawns than me. Okay, continuing to play sloppy. What happens if I take? Take. He moves here, right? And I've got no further checks, Your Honor. Okay. Yeah. So he's probably going to move here with his bishop. And then I'm going to take over here. And then he's going to move here. And then I am going to take. And then he's going to go here. And then I'm going to push. Whoa, that's not good. That's not good. Overseas makes no difference. Okay. Yeah, that's not good, is it? He's going to move his bishop here. Crazy position. So many pieces are hanging. What the heck? I honestly don't know what's going on. Yeah, but he can't move a rook here because of my bishop. He cannot promote because, well, he can, and I'll lose a bishop. But then I'll promote myself, and then he'll lose a rook. So I think I'll be down even more points of material, unfortunately. But then he's gonna check me 1,000,000 times. Wait, but he goes here, I go here. And then what? Oh, well, I was gonna say, but then his rook gets pulled away, but then he could just take with the other rook, so I was like, what's the point? He's probably, I don't know what he's thinking about. Just take the rook, my friend. Time management. I know, dude. I know. Okay, I need to freaking, yeah. I'm not locked in. I'm not locked in this morning. I started at 17:24 and now I'm at 17:11. I'm this has been not a great chess morning. To be honest with you, I'm pretty tilted from this date that whoa, he blunders. He blunders. Wait, actually, yeah. I think he blunders. What? Yeah, he blunders because then I can take his bishop if he doesn't. Yeah. He might attack like this, but then I can put my rook here. Yeah, but I've been kind of tilted because of the dates. I have a lot of thoughts. Yeah. So like the date itself went really good, but the issue is she is a different religion than I am, and for her she says like that's a non-negotiable. And I'm not about to like adopt a religion to date somebody, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's been kind of on my mind lately. Okay. Whoa. Opponent giving me chances. I'm gonna play here. He's gonna play here. I'm gonna try to move my king over. 1, 2. It's gonna be equal. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. No, but it's not gonna be. Well, yes it. Well, yeah, it's not gonna be equal because he can't defend. This is he's gonna cover the defense, so then I could just, yeah, I can. Okay. Oh, but then he might. I was gonna say he might move this move. He might move this pawn down, but then I could just take with this pawn. Yeah, so I don't know, because I think she likes me. I like her a lot. I respect her a lot. I think she's a really cool person. And I honestly just want to get to know her better. But I don't know what's going to happen, because she also seems like shaky in her faith. So it's definitely tough. I mean, I guess it gives me more songwriting material. Maybe it's messed up to think that way, but whoa, okay, abandoning the pawn. All right. Okay. Right. I can't defend this pawn. Okay, cool. And now we're going to try to promote. Yep, we're going to try to promote. Cut the king off. Rook here. If he goes here, then I can go here. If he goes here, then I go here. Yep. Okay. Okay, this is getting exciting. All right, let's go. Okay. Okay, come on. It's a 10-second increment. So yeah, I'll listen to Mr. Bazikuber, like he was saying, time management. I don't understand. Oh, that's not a good move. Well, actually, it is. He could just go forwards. That is really dicey for me. He can go forwards, but then I go here with my rook. If I go here with my rook, what the flip happens? Like his rook is basically chained to that pawn. Whoa, okay, that's a really good move. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I do not know what's happening. Because his king can't move out, right? So like maybe I can. Ooh, okay. So if I take, oh, but then he promotes. He can. Okay. If I go here. No, I lose. Ah, I lose. Oh man. Yeah, because he takes here, and then he goes here, and that's more. Wait, takes. I go up, and then I lose. Yep. Let's try though. Well, yeah, because his king can't move out. His king can't move out, and then I move my. No, but then like he's just gonna take. Just gonna capture the pawn. Yeah. Take, and then it's over. It is over. I'm surprised I honestly got this far. Okay. Man, I was supposed to be 1750 right now. Okay, this is not fair. I'm losing against like 1600s too. I'm actually throwing. Whoa, okay. My opponent is playing nonsense in the opening. We love that for him. Let me try to punish it. Go knight, move here. He might move here. Right, he doesn't want that, of course. Of course. I don't know what the heck to do after this point. It's probably also because I'm sleepy. That's also another reason why I'm probably playing so bad today. Yeah. If I go here, and then right, but then he's investing so much effort into defending his own position that it almost like it pays me back. Yeah, it pays me back for like the threat of his queen being there. Okay, so he is going crazy, absolutely bonkers. And I cannot punish it. Fine. I'll just castle out from the danger, and his queen will be in a really stupid spot for the rest of the game. Cool. That doesn't do anything. Oh, he's rerouting. He wants to go here, huh? I see. What an annoying opponent. Okay. Well, honestly, all my opponents have been annoying up until this point because I've been losing to all of them. So, yeah, open up the center. This is a really good move, I think. He takes with the pawn. I take with the bishop. I get really good pressure. I get good development. He has to go here. Then I can bring out my other bishop. Yeah, I'm just gonna be annoying to him. This is what you get when you play like this. Okay, so he's taking with a pawn. Do I have reservations about taking back? I think I should. Well, should I? Should I play this move? He obviously won't take because taking will give me an outpost. So then I will take him. I will take him. He'll take back. And then that pawn is kind of fragile. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. Wait, if I go and then I take him. No, I was gonna say play my knight here, but he wouldn't let me. So if I take here, and then he takes back, what happens then? I castle, and I have really good pressure on this square. Fine. Okay. Now, can I sack my knight? He takes. I check him. No, then he goes up. But then I just take him, so he can't do that. No, but then he can because he has this knight. So then I take. He takes. I take. He take. No, doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to get out of danger, which is understandable. Hmm. Yeah, I'm so mad that I couldn't punish his queen position. This pawn seems weak to me. How do I attack this pawn? I'm like legitimately crashing out right now. My brain is not braining. Maybe. Oh, okay. I got a plan. So I need to move my knight somewhere, first of all. Here it gets taken. I move this this pawn up. I move my knight here. And then I attack like this. Yep. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go. Pawn storm. It's time to get better at my pawn play. Because that's the weakest point of my game right now. Knight here. Oops. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. And then I have really fantastic pressure over here with the queen and the bishop. Excellent. Yep. Yes. Okay. And now I can even potentially sacrifice. Not yet, though. Not yet. Okay. Pawn up, take. But now you made it easier for me. Take. If he takes, then what? Take. Rook up. And then attacking. Yeah. Yeah, that works. And then maybe the queen goes here. And then the bishop goes here. Okay. I'm happy with this. And maybe the speed at which we're playing is going to throw him off a little bit. But then wait, can he just take? Yeah, I miscalculated. He can take. Whoa, never mind. Hello. I can go here now. Never mind. I can't cuz yeah. I take. He takes. I go bishop. Zoom. I go bishop here. I punted a queen. Okay. No. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm just sleepy. I think I just need to get some sleep. How long have I been streaming for? It's over. It's so over. Ugh. I've probably been streaming for what, like 2 hours or something. I played like 6 games, 6 or 7. Epic, epicgames.com. Yeah, unfortunately, we are screwed. It don't matter if I'm Magnus Carlsen. I think we're screwed. Well, it might matter if I was Magnus Carlsen. Maybe if I played like Magnus Carlsen, then I wouldn't be in this position. So he takes, obviously, with the threat on my rook. I can go here. He'll move somewhere along this file. So that'll prevent my idea of rook over here. Yeah. What do I do? I think I resign. I resign. Let's be real here. We're down 7 points of material. We're done. We're done. Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. That was a really fun stream. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it 1750, but I'll retry when I wake up. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. See ya.